So I will probably answer this question in 2 or 3 parts, simply because I want to expand a little bit on this question. It is somewhat personal for each person, but I think that there are common things that many ex-Jehovah's Witnesses have done, the steps they've taken to manage to leave after being a PIMO, and it is scary, absolutely. I was a conscious PIMO probably for about 4 or 5 years before I actually had the courage to leave. Before that, I would have doubts on and off. I was always trying to dismiss them, or just ignore them, and I think many do that. So I'm going to just go through some of the steps that I think are helpful, that can be applied in any situation, whether you have been brought up born and bred in as Jehovah's Witness, as well as if, like myself, you were converted at a later date. So the very first and probably the most important step I would start with is detaching, and I'm just going to explain a little bit more how to do it and why that is important. So detachment or detaching, it is absolutely crucial. The Jehovah's Witness and any similar religious organization will always use emotional manipulation. They will appeal to your emotions, to your heart. They will ask you to imagine things that are coming in the future if you remain faithful. They are going to talk to you like a parent to a child, so a lot of infantilizing. They are going to use words to describe emotions. So we all know how it goes, where they'll say, I don't want to hurt Jehovah, or how would Jehovah feel? And it's all about trying to insert guilt in you. It's trying to make you feel bad about yourself, trying to make you feel guilty that you're even having these thoughts, or that you are doubting, want to leave. You're feeling bad because you might have to lose your friends and family. So emotions are what most of the time are keeping people attached to unhealthy situations, and that also is the case in any abusive situation. You have to detach first. So it's not going to happen overnight, but my suggestion is start to step back your friendships, your connections, the going out with witnesses, doing things together. So start to slowly back away, obviously whatever the circumstances are. For me, it was the fact that over time I would get mistreated or betrayed by certain sisters that I thought were close friends, but then they would backstab me, report me to elders for something I didn't know, used me as a scapegoat, lied about me, slandered me. And I just realised that none of those people are real friends. They don't care about me. All they care about is themselves, their reputation, their skin, their standing. Everyone's in it for themselves. There is no such thing as, no one's going to sacrifice themselves for you. So the first most important thing you can do is detach yourself emotionally from everything and everyone in the organization. And it might be painful, but this is going to help you immensely to be able to break away. As you detach, it will kind of lead you to the next step. So obviously detachment will start on the inside. It's a inner work. You have to try and desensitize yourself to the programming, to the everything that's being said, maybe you have heard of things like grey rock, where you just sometimes victims use this method to deal with abusive partners, or any situation where you're having to be like a rock. You do not give him emotion out, and you do not take it. You act as a matter of fact. It is very bland. It is detached. And as you keep going in this detachment, it might take you a while, but you will feel less and less guilty, less and less ashamed, less and less worried, or you will eventually get to a point where you will not care if you have these people in your life or not. Obviously hard when it's your family members, but I will get to the next point in my other next video. The steps you can take to fill in the void if you feel that. For me personally, I had to learn to be content with my own company. I had to be content to be on my own. Obviously I have children, but I'm talking about like friendships, relationships. I had to learn to be my own soulmate. So I mated my own soul, meaning that no matter what happens, I am not desperate to have friends or anything else. If I was put onto an uninhabited island all by myself for the rest of my life, I would be fine. And that is the point you need to come to, because it will help you with all sorts of situations in life that you will not need other people's love, approval, or any kind of support, security. You will not need it. It'll be nice to have it, but you will be content in yourself. Also, start putting yourself first. The organization is very clever how it put God first and put your neighbor first, and then a bit of yourself, but they're always about disowning oneself and talking down to yourself and telling yourself how bad you are and how you need God's forgiveness and how you have to listen to the elders and organization. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit. Nobody has your back. I'm being cruel here to be kind. Nobody has your back. Nobody cares. No one will stick up for you. Everyone is out there for themselves. No one is coming. And I'm saying it, this is the mentality you need to have to detach. You don't have to isolate yourself from people. What I'm saying is you need to realize and see the reality of what this organization is doing to people and how they will treat you if you leave or deviate from the teachings. They're not going to love you for who you are. There is no unconditional love, and you need to keep repeating that to yourself, because evidence is there. The way that people treat each other, the way they even treat themselves, it is obvious. Put yourself first. Start looking at things that you enjoy or that you'd like to do, but you're not able to because you are in this organization. Like, do you like creative writing? Do you like art? Do you like music? Do you like singing? Or if you like sports or any hobby, really, start doing it. Start looking into it and do things for yourself. It is so nice, so exciting to put yourself first. You will start loving yourself, and you will come to a point you will not want to take any more crap off people. And you need to start missing meetings. Not obvious, because like when I started missing meetings, being a single mom, I would always get elders ringing, messaging, elders sending other people to come and check on me. So make up excuses. Say you're sick or something's come up, anything you can think of that will work. And instead of listening to the meeting, put it on mute, read a book, watch a movie. You need to deconstruct. Detach and deconstruct. And I'm going to discuss the second step in part 2.